Hi, I'm Jimmy Wales, the founder of Wikipedia and co-founder of Wikia. And now I've launched WT.Social, a completely independent organization from Wikipedia or Wikia. WT.Social is an outgrowth and continuation of the Wiki Tribune pilot project. It is my belief that existing social media isn't good enough, and it isn't good enough for reasons that are very hard for the existing major companies to solve because their very business model drives them in a direction that is at the heart of the problems. Advertising only social media means that the only way to make money is to keep you clicking, and that means products that are designed to be addictive. Optimized for time on site, number of ads you see, and as we have seen in recent times, this means content that is divisive, low quality, clickbait, and all the rest. It also means that your data is tracked and shared directly and indirectly with people who aren't just using it to send you more relevant ads but also to undermine some of the fundamental values of democracy. I have a different vision, social media with no ads and no paywall, where you only pay if you want to. This changes my incentives immediately. You'll only pay if, in the long run, you think the site adds value to your life, to the lives of people you care about, and society in general. So rather than having a need to keep you clicking above all else, I have an incentive to do something that is meaningful to you. Does that sound like a great business idea? It doesn't to me, but there you go. That's how I've done my career so far. Bad business models. I think it can work anyway, and so I'm trying. Ask me anything.
How did you keep track of the misinformation people purposely put onto Wikipedia when it first started out?
Because everything is collaboratively editable. Anyone who tried to put misinformation into Wikipedia, or tries today, generally finds it difficult in the face of a community of goodwill. People who persist get blocked. It isn't perfect, but as we've seen, it works pretty well. It works pretty well because, as it turns out, most people are basically nice. Not everyone, so we can't be naive about it, but pretty much most people are nice.
I tried to change my dad's birthday on his Wikipedia page. It's a month off, and I got denied. How do you explain that, Jimmy?
If you visit my user page there and ask there with a link to the article, I'm sure that would be beneficial. Usually, on dates of birth, it has to do with having a reliable source. Sometimes that gets tricky, if you signed up and had no proof. I'm sure you can see why the community might not have been so keen just to believe some random account. If you had a real source, and they denied you anyway, that's a super odd thing to happen, and I'm happy to have a look.
As a hobbyist musician, I frequently feel forced to use social media outlets to increase my online presence and make myself heard. What would WT.Social mean for content creators such as myself, especially the ones who are mostly interested in sharing their content as opposed to profiting from it?
I think one of the biggest things could be genuine organic reach rather than paid reach. Most social media makes you pay to get your message out rather than people finding it organically. Like, if you post on Facebook when you have 10,000 followers, how many of them actually see it, unless you pay?
Given low financial resources, compared to the big players, how will you be able to prevent malicious actors, e.g. or ISIS, from using your platform to spread hate?
Community control is strong. You see, one of the biggest problems with existing social media is that their fundamental paradigm doesn't scale well. Users have very little power except to block each other, which doesn't help others. To yell at people, unpleasant and leads to flame wars, or reporting to paid staff who are overworked and underpaid and get it wrong quite a lot as a result. Basically, genuine community control is what makes wikis work.
If a corporation offers money to users directly, would your platform enable users to sell their personal data?
No, I don't think that's a business I want to be in. I'm also not convinced it is a viable business.
Why does Wikipedia constantly beg for donations and talk about going under when they have a large reserve of money?
Wikipedia has to take fundraising seriously. Many of our donors cite as a major value that Wikipedia should be safe. People really wouldn't like it if we were not stably funded and largely by small donations. The independence of Wikipedia would be at risk if we didn't run the organization in a thoughtful and financially responsible way, building our reserves over the years.
What do you think of the videos that the US Navy released that are supposed to view UFOs? Do you believe that something not of this earth might be visiting us?
No, I don't believe that aliens are visiting us. While I really wish that were true, I think that what we know of the distances of space and the unlikelihood of faster-than-light travel suggests that it is not possible. Of course, we may discover new technology in the future to show a different answer. I just think unlikely.
What was the last thing you looked upon the Wikipedia?
Princess Mononoke, a few minutes ago, to make sure I remembered the name right. Someone asked me about anime here.
Do you think the name James Wales would have more gravitas than Jimmy Wales?
It might, but I'm from Alabama. It's my actual name, not a nickname.